Oh yeah, you can kind of still see that little discoloration a bit from my nose getting ripped up from being sick last week. Had a little cold last week. It sucked, but I'm feeling better. Still a little tired, but definitely better. Anyway, it's not why I'm doing this video. I really wanted to do a video of a thank you letter. I realized that I wouldn't be in the position that I am healing or have healed, realizations that I've had that have allowed me to heal. And it's because you posted a video and you shared part of your healing story, or your life. You were vulnerable, and it's just this open world RPG, right? Like, group healing. I don't know. I'm just trying to say that when somebody else heals, it allows another person to heal. And so I feel like I could be the catalyst for someone else if I share my healing story or recovery story. I've never really dealt with addiction to alcohol or other things all that much. Yeah, I had a shopping addiction. I still have a sugar addiction. So, I mean, those are pretty common. There's still something I'm working on. But as far as the other things that we might think of, like weed and stuff, did I dabble in using those things? Yes, I did, but they never really had a hold on me. And the only thing I can kind of attribute to that being the case was how I grew up. So, like, very strictly religious. So I came from like a single parent household, which, I mean, pretty common. But my mom definitely took the religiosity of religion up a whole notch with growing up Mormon, drinking and drugs and stuff's already a no-no. But she was really strict. She made sure we didn't change out of dresses or skirts on Sunday because it was Sunday. We needed to remember that it was the Lord's Day, the holy day of the week, that we needed to keep it holy or whatever. And so, I mean, dresses and skirts are pretty comfy, so that's not that big of a deal. I think it was more the scrupulosity, right? Of, oh, these are the rules that the church says, but now we're going to do even better than that. So we weren't allowed to watch TV on Sunday. We weren't allowed to listen to regular radio songs. We weren't, allowed to shop, and that's kind of given if we're talking about Mormons, or I don't know what's going on nowadays, but I'm not that aware of what's changing in that community all that much. Oh wow, you can really see. Anyway, what am I trying to get at? What I'm trying to get back to is how can I be the catalyst to someone else's healing? So if this video found you and you are drawn to my message or my channel, then maybe you will gain something from me sharing my healing journey. I struggled, maybe this is like what played into me getting a little sick last week, is I struggled with this being seen thing, like having a YouTube channel. Ooh, wow, fancy. And, ooh, people are gonna get to know you, and, oh, your name's gonna be out there, and your face is gonna be out there, but also, so what? I don't have anything to hide. I'm literally putting my whole life into my book that's on Substack, and that's the whole point of sharing, is to help somebody else. And then I went through this whole thing of, well, I have a wound of being seen because I got picked on so much when I was little, of being different, like, oh, I didn't go on ADHD, Ritalin, whatever, growing up, because my mom's kind of slightly of a hippie. Like back in the 90s when every kid was going on Ritalin, I didn't. Just like, okay, I got picked on for being different, like maybe neurodivergent, whatever, and then having psychic powers, maybe. It was almost like everything in society, church, or whatever, school was just saying you're different and you don't belong here. So I never felt like I really belonged, and so I was quiet. Oh my god, I don't know, I'm getting all emotional, but like I was quiet, and maybe that was part of my trauma too, is that I did some kind of insular thing of being so quiet, of, hey, my mom's not emotionally available to help me sort out this issue, or whatever issue it is, said issue, insert here. And I'm thinking more specifically of me possibly being molested when I was a kid. And she just did not have the emotional availability. Oh my goodness. Whatever. She did not have it in her being and ability to realize that I needed help in that way. And I didn't even realize I needed help in that way until much, much later. Now that I'm pushing 40, and I'm starting to pay attention to my body, or like things that have happened in my life, and I'm connecting all of the things, it's one of those things that I don't need evidence or proof. The body keeps score. So there's been medical stuff that I've gone through that indicates that there's an issue there. And then hormones adding another layer of, hey, pay attention to your body, pay attention to something just not being right. And getting older and not being attracted to the things that I used to be. I went to college to be a clothing designer. I thought I was going to be in fashion, and I used to really enjoy that. And I still kind of do. I still find it interesting and fun, but it doesn't light me up the way it used to. In fact, that's why the icon for this channel is a person looking in a mirror, and then it's like an elevated version of that person looking in a mirror, because just a few years ago I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make my own company. It's gonna be for, you know, personal stylists, and you'll have a stylist that comes to you, clear out your closet and help you organize your closet and help you hone in on your own personal like taste and what to shop for and all that stuff. I still think that stuff is fun, but it just doesn't light me up as much. And health is something that I find more interesting. I want to be healthier, and I mean, that's easier to do with other people, right? Like, oh, we're gonna go do this hike. You're gonna be healthier if there's other people to go on the hike with, because... So as I was saying, I just wanted to stop the video and double check where I was going with that, just to help my ADHD brain get back on track of being healthier, healing, and then a thank you letter. So this video is more so a thank you letter to anyone that's posted a video questioning the status quo, that has studied ancient texts, that has studied books, that has read books. It's difficult for me to read books sometimes. I still do. I still study. It's just it takes me longer than probably other people, which is fine, whatever. But what I'm thinking, this is a thank you letter to those who have made a YouTube channel, that have studied the books, studied the history, studied the correspondence of people, of events, and have found multiple, you know, evidence of things. And I'm very thankful that you did that. You questioned the status quo, you challenged it, you were brave enough to make a YouTube channel, you were brave enough to write your own book and inspire people. And since I've been inspired by you, like, maybe I could do the same thing and be inspiring to someone else too. So I really don't know what I'm doing with this YouTube channel. I mean, that's pretty obvious, and it might be obvious to somebody else that, oh, like, she doesn't know what she's doing. But I know I'm going in the right direction, and I know that I want a group of people to... Oh, the device is too hot right there. Okay, anyway. I want to be around like-minded people that have, you know, similar goals or think similarly to me. That have, I don't know, gone through the same thing. Sure, why not? I don't know. But I just felt like everything has lined up for this idea of making a social club for you. Okay, so maybe not the same person that did the, you know, YouTube channel or wrote the book or whatever. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, this is getting too long video, and I'm still getting used to, like, talking. My sister clocked me on it the other day. We were on the phone, and she's like, oh, you've just been so quiet. And it's like, I've always been just so quiet. Like, I have been a hermit most of my life, and so I'm adjusting to this new version of me that does do videos and collaborations and is social and doesn't find it scary, because not everybody out is out there to get you or to hurt you or to, I don't know, manipulate you. And just because you've experienced that in the past doesn't mean that it has to be the case in the future. And I'm just trying to be more open and trying to, yeah, just trying to be more open. And when we invite all those like more beautiful and good things in our lives when we're open. And anyway, this is long-winded, and I'm probably not going to be doing that much editing compared to my last video, which was like very edited. I actually kind of had fun editing that, but I knew I've been wanting to do a thank you letter. So this is a thank you letter to you for inspiring others to heal and to step into their power, and I just wanted to thank you.